Hey, Witchy Moon, good to see you. And everybody that was just at the February 1st birthday reading. It was awesome to spend time with you. I really liked that. Jackie, welcome in. Yeah, we had Dustin, and we had Seven, and we had Pod Joe. So yeah, I welcome you to the Daily Oracle Pull. And today we're going to be pulling from the Spirit Animal Oracle cards, and that one's by Colette Baron Reed. We're going to get some cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and that one's by Denise Lynn. And lastly, we'll get a card from the Super Attractor deck, which is Gabrielle Bernstein. So let's get a prayer over these cards, and then we'll read the energy and the symbolism of the day together. All right. Spirit, thank you for always guiding me. Help me to see the messages clearly and use the words that need to be spoken. Please help me to hear your voice, your symbols, your imagery as a vessel to speak the best, the most high on high for our best and highest good. Protect everyone who comes in and sees this message, including myself. Covering everyone in pentacles and light. What do we need to know on this day? What can help us along our path? Thank you so much. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with the Sacred Destiny Oracle first to get the main energy of the day out, and then we'll see what we're working with. All right. So for our best and highest good, what do we need to know? What can help us on this path? Some food for thought. All right, that feels really good. Let's see what we get. For our best and highest good along this path, February 1, timeless energy. Boom. Okay. I felt like I needed to take that top one too, the way it fell in my hand. Okay, so first we're working with fulfillment, and then we're working with pleasure. All right. Let me hold these cards up for you. Okay, so oranges, they've always been my favorite fruit until this year. Peaches win. I love them so much. And oh my gosh, wait a second. There's more cards down here that fell, like a whole bunch of them. I'm taking the top up ones for us. Okay, all right. So we're working through some healing chaos. More context. Wow, I'm seeing the Wizard of Oz too. Look at those butterflies. Okay, so this fulfillment and this pleasure is through the healing of this chaotic storm that's been raging inside and outside. So much changing in the world, both on a grand scale and also on a very like a molecular internal scale. Man, yeah, I find it so fascinating how our cells have all the knowledge, just one cell, such a tiny thing. And we can't even see it with our own eyeballs. And just like the seed of a giant oak tree or any plant, that seed has so much knowledge in there. And even though we might not be privy to what that knowledge is, the Creator does, the universe does. God knows these plans. And so there's there's a lot of downloading or uploading of divine information that's creating a bigger whirlwind in your life, but it's also giving you a sense of fulfillment. It is empowering you. It's it's opening your eyes to things that you didn't know about, and it's also opening your eyes to things that you did know about that you're now being able to look at within yourself as gifts and grace and things that were given to you by the universe. So this fulfillment, it takes a long time for a peach tree to grow. And then after it gets to, after years of growing, that's when the fruit of the tree starts to blossom. And that's the kind of patience and cycles that we're working with. This divine timing, it's not our timing. We don't know better. It could be real easy to get dragged down into the bog of all of the craziness around us. I've been really challenged by that this past couple of weeks. And there is a plan, and we need to be reminded of that. And while it's not our plan, there is something that is very secure feeling about that, almost like a hug by spirit. So this is long game, all right? We're talking long game here. But what is being produced is the juiciest, most delicious, delectable, nutritious fruit that you could ever produce, right? It's amazing. So we're with this like mirroring this fruit here, this beautiful ripe peach. We also have a full moon in the background, drawing in on that feminine sacred energy, drawing in on that intuition, that which is unseen, the secrets of life, this undercurrent, this under river of knowing, those things that give you spidey senses, all of the clairs. You can tap into that just like anything else you could tap into, and it will grow in your life, right? And you know, that whole ask and you shall receive, it's for real. In the asking, it's a big deal, but to ask a question, it's a better idea to come from a place of clarity and to really know thyself, delve deep. And we're delving deep, and it's not just through the pleasures of man, because we have this pleasure here, but also just the pleasure and wonder and beauty of what it is that's around us. You know, there's a lot of ugly out there, but there is equally, and I would argue even more, beauty. And what we focus on, that is what is going to be drawn to us. Yeah, you know, we could walk down echo chambers our whole life. We could decide, you know, that we are disadvantaged, that we, you know, that there's just so much against us. Well, if that's what you really want to focus on, that is what you'll draw into your life. But look at what pleasures there could be, you know, especially when we take into account the kind of like ecstasy that you can experience when it's from a pure place inside, when that is in alignment with, you know, this greater spirit. That's pillar energy right there. Walking through the pillars, that's 11 energy. And 11 energy, it draws on, you know, pulling out of the ether something that never was into this physical realm. And then we have this deer here that's like standing almost as like a sentinel in front of this passage here to the other side. It's also giving me notions of the Fool in, you know, the Zero card and tarot, standing on that precipice on the cliff, you know, just like one step you could walk right over. But it's like also I'm seeing that scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark where it's an illusion and you think that you're not being held and that you're going to step and you're going to fall. That's not the case. You are so embraced by spirit. This path, you're being called to take steps where you don't know what's beyond. You don't know what's beyond, but what you do know is beyond is your connection to spirit. All right. And not only that, but you have a unique ability to create from this higher realm and bring this beauty into the focus for yourself and for anyone else to see. All right. So with the deer energy, very sacred energy, you know, in some Native American tribes, a deer was a sacred animal. You were never to kill a deer. They were guardians of the forest and guardians of the grasslands. And I'm feeling like we are to be adopting that sort of view on ourselves, what we are called to do, but also because this deer is standing right in front of these pillars right here, that it's also it's a reverence and a belief in what it is that we're bringing in to this physical realm, this world where we wake up when we open our eyes. Okay, because this healing chaos, yeah, it's chaotic, man. We've got like all the colors of the rainbows going on here. They seem to be almost placed in a natural ways that you might think of, right? But in fact, it's just as it's meant to be. And these butterflies that are also all different colors, that is a symbol of rebirth and growth. It's the phoenix energy. It is new life in a direction that is guided by God. And it involves the dropping away of that which no longer serves us, which includes patterns and habits that we have, for so many years been a part of. These things, they take time. First, we have to be able to observe what they are. We have to identify what they are. And we have to come to this place of what is it that we are really being called to let go of. Personally, I never thought I'm 40. I turned 40 last year, and I never thought for 20 years of my life that I would ever have any want at all to stop smoking marijuana. I don't have anything against smoking marijuana. I don't have anything against people who smoke marijuana. In fact, on special occasions, I still partake, you know what I mean? But I'm on this path again where it's something that's not a part of my life, because for me personally, I feel like it does keep me in a loop that is sedentary. And I feel like I'm being called by spirit, that is something that that's something that I don't need in my life for wherever I'm headed next, whatever spirit has in front of me. And I'll tell you, that hasn't been something that was easy for me to kick. Like if I have it in my house, I find that I will then partake like all the time, and that it starts off small, but then it sort of like snowballs effect into something else. So now I know for my own self that like when I don't have it around, I don't think about it. I don't think about it but it takes weeks before that becomes the case, right? So all I'm saying is that we are capable of so much, and we don't even know it. And we could even be so surprised. And when you keep that constant communication with spirit, it's such a blessing that that's something that's available to us, because every moment that will be on our path. And when you feel weak, you'll have someone who'll say the perfect thing to you that will help you find a little bit of strength on your path. We have earth angels all around us. I bet you're one. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're healing through the chaos. This fulfillment, it is going to be juicy. I know that's one of my favorite words, but look at that juicy peach, because the pleasure that's involved, it's not just for you. It's for every soul. It's for all of us. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. All right. So let's get an animal spirit guide to help us along with this transition that we're going through, this opening of the butterfly wings, this chrysalis energy, the death and rebirth phoenix. All right. Thank you, spirit. That's awesome. What do we got? For our best and highest good along this path, what guiding animal advice could help us? One more shuffle. Okay. What do we need? For our best and highest good, please and thank you. Whew, it's that one down there. Hey, 41 for 5, change. That makes sense with this healing chaos, the fulfillment and the pleasure. Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Focus. Oh my goodness. That's like is it a gramophone? Is that what that's called? Nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Okay, so music, vibration, the patterns of sacred geometry, overwhelming greens and blues, heart space energy, the green earth, the grounding energy, blues of communication, change, like flight also. The idea of our thoughts and what they're producing and how they're then blending with these vibrations that are being, blasted out. They're not only just being blasted out, but they're being blasted out with like red paper, like passionate colors flowing into the world. What do you have to say? What do you feel? Because it's important, both of those things, what you feel and what you have to say. Coming to terms with what that is and knowing that you are embraced by love, no matter what your thoughts are. I also want to remind you that you are not your thoughts. You are experiencing them. Our mind is like the sky. The clouds, they come and they go. The storms, they come and they go. But the sky remains. We are the witness of these things. And so the yellow, the other energy is this yellow-breasted nightingale sparrow. I mean, have you ever heard a nightingale sing? Like, it's gorgeous. It's delicate, right? But the chest of this nightingale, the yellow, I'm going to pull out this third chakra here. This third chakra mantra to help healing with our third chakra. Here's the so this is the power chakra, the yellow chakra. Here's some symbolism that you might want to put in your mind. It's another tarot card, basically, that we could totally read the symbolism on. But yellow, okay, so the power chakra. For healing energy, you're welcome to use these words. I am filled emotionally, for spiritual wisdom is my gift. My place in the universe is clear and focused. I accept my power. Feels good. Yeah, what do you want to say? Well, you're perched on this gramophone right here, because what you have to say is important. You are a part of this collective where we live, and your vote is just as important as anybody else's vote. And there's a space and a time for all of that, but it all starts inside of ourselves. So I am fulfilled emotionally, for spiritual wisdom is my gift. My place in the universe is clear and focused. I accept my power. Wow. It's beautiful. Also, one last thing I'll say about this, this 5 energy, this nightingale spirit is a royal. There's a crown right atop that beautiful nightingale's head, and you are royal. When I see crowns like that, I feel like I need to say, let's know where we come from, and whatever that means to you, your roots, or maybe even just your grandparents, as far back as you want to go. But I encourage you also to, or rather, if you feel like it, right? The meditation and being in communication with our ancestors past, these spirit guides that we have around us, a lot of times they are ancestors past, and it could do you some good to know more about that, both on the waking side of things and then also on a more psychedelic side of things. So, that sleep space, that that different kind of energy. Because I do feel that moon energy strong with you too. And like I said, you could cultivate anything you want, but just like anything, don't take anything I say for anything bigger than what you would say, because I am just as powerful as you are, right? Okay, lastly, let's get a message from, which one are we doing today? Super Attractor, the Super Attractor. Let's get a Super Attractor. So much going on that card, right? All right, last message for this daily oracle. February 1st, timeless though. Just like everything, time is concurrent. Whenever you find this, if it helps you, take it with you. Last message for our best and highest good. Please and thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's get it. Woo! Oh my goodness. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Me too. I am so in awe of it. Oh my goodness. I am in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. So yeah, more of that heart space energy, but it's like mixed with this beautiful purple energy, and they look like leaves almost off of a willow tree that's being formed around this depiction of the planet. And then there's stars that are dancing in those feathery leaves. And then it, as you pull out more, it's going into this very deep, deep purple, blue, and black color. It's almost a nest. It's like a nest, which is giving me more of that feeling of that being hugged and held by spirit, because I am in awe of how guided and blessed that we are, and that it's available to me and every one of us. It's overwhelming. I'm going to hold this up again. I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. And you know what? We can appreciate that a lot more and even come to a little bit better terms of the vastness. I don't think we ever could because we're human, but like at the top level of that, we can really appreciate it through our hearts and through the wisdom of the divine. Yeah, let's stay in awe. And yeah, it's just beautiful energy. So embrace the chaos, because we are caterpillars that are turning into butterflies, just one moment at a time. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so thankful that we've created this family together. Void, welcome in. Good to see you. Trace, welcome in. Good to see you. Anybody I even missed, I'm real thankful. Whenever, now, later, even if I never knew your name, I love you and I appreciate you. And I'm so thankful to my friends and my family, and I'm thankful to StreamYard and YouTube for making this possible. And above all, I am in awe and so thankful to the universe. I love you guys, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Mwah. Take care of yourselves.